This message is for all the street dudes and gangsters and gang members and everything. And I want to tell this young man's story in hopes that it brings life to yours and brings meaning to you. So his death doesn't die in vain, right? So his life can bring meaning to yours, right? So I often talk to a lot of gang members and street dudes, and they call me and hit me up and ask me for advice, and I don't mind with the young folks. I actually enjoy talking to the youth more than I like talking to older people on my generation, right? And it's because I don't judge them. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. You're a grown man. You're gonna have to sit on that time. If you get caught, that's your results in your life. And I tell them, hey, I'd love for you to get out in that streets, and I talk to them and counsel them, but I don't judge them. I understand. So one of them I became fond of, right? And let's call him A. And I grow fond of him, and I thought he was a good dude. He was trying to get his life together, but he had some struggles, just like any of these young folks, right? But people kept judging him, and things were a little bit confused, and he would call me. So one day he called me, and he was out on the block, and he was doing his thing with his boys, and they was in a car. And I said, hey, man, put me on speak. Well, I was on speak because he hit me on FaceTime. And I said, can y'all do something for me real quick? He was like, what's up? I said, can y'all get out that car? I said, that's a death trap. If somebody going to run down on you, you got nowhere to go. Stretch them legs. Get out there and stretch them legs. Get some sun on your face, man. Get some sunshine on your face. And they laughing, oh, gee, and they showing me the gags and all this other shit. And I was laughing with them. And I said, yeah, but for real, let's get out them cars. I said, just take a moment, stretch the legs, And I said also, most friends get popped, not the intended target. And they was like, what you mean by that? I said, your boy will survive who they intended to pop, but you'll be gone, right? And he'll become a pastor talking about your death changed his life, and you're the reason why he got off the streets. And I don't think it's fair, right? So I said, be careful who you hang around. Sometimes you're the one that's not intended to get his life taken. And then that guy goes on and moves on, right? And he was like, how they laughing at me and everything. And they had a little moment. So a couple of months go by, young man hit me up, A hit me up, and he said, hey, Dinosaur, I'm thinking about changing my life. And I said, man, that's good, man. What's going on? He said, my aunt, she lived down south. She was like, look, you can come here and become an electrician, become here. They're making really good money. You can go to school, you can go to college, man. And he was like, I'm really thinking about doing it, getting away from this, man. And I said, you should do it. Don't think about it, man. Anything good for you that's going to change your life, you should do it immediately. Do it swiftly, right? And he was like, you know what, OJ? You right. You right. I said, but do me a favor, though. He said, what? Stay in the house until you leave. He said, why? I said, the devil don't like losing a soldier. The devil don't like losing a soldier, right? He was like, oh, okay. So he was leaving Monday, today. So his boy knocked on the door, was like, hey, man, come on, yo, come to party with me, man. I know you leaving Monday. Come on with me, man, and chill with me. Just one last day. Let's just ride to hit the block. So he said, you know what harm can he do? He got popped Saturday. He wasn't even the intended target. Look, man, I ain't perfect. And I go through a lot, just like anybody else. But this street stuff ain't worth your life, man. And I've been where you at years ago, and I've always been observant. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the mean streets of D.C. I had to struggle just like everybody else. And I know a lot of you young folks, man, you got real life problems. Things are confusing out here. People judging you. People saying, harsh things about you. You don't understand, so you're just trying to fit in. You're just trying to make meaning out of this world. But that street stuff is not worth you spending time in jail or in the grave. And I broke I'm breaking my sabbatical to bring this message to you. And I hope that his life brings meaning to you. And I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you at all. I love you. And I think you mean more to this world than you see. But it's time for you to see it, that your life has meaning. And I know that this world has a way of tricking us into believing that we're not worth it. This is all lies. I felt that way when I was your age. And I thought my life didn't mean anything because of the way I grew up and the upbringing I got. And I didn't get a lot of love, most like you, most of you. I didn't get a lot of love. I didn't understand love and intimacy and affection and value. I thought my value was, something that people were telling me it was instead of stuff that I said it was. Because that's how the world lies to you, young boys, young girls. It lies to you. It tells you this is what you're supposed to do in order for you to make it, because it wants to prevent the greatness inside of you from ever shining. Because nobody wants to share the mountaintop. But let me tell you something. You can create your own mountaintop. So many young folks are becoming gamers and changing your life. So many young folks are walking away from the street stuff and realizing that it's much bigger than this. They trick you and tell you the world is small. They trick you into making you think that. It's not. It's huge. It's massive. And I understand that you got a pain and a lot of heart, and you turn on this internet and people shaming you, people putting you down, people saying you ain't nothing, people making fun of you because you don't have this and you don't have that. This is all tricks of the devil, man, right? This is all tricks of the devil. This is to make you think a certain way. And if you always think that you ain't shit, you gonna act like you ain't shit. You are worth more than what you know. And I hope you can take this message and you can change your life and become the greatest version of yourself. And it don't matter your color. It doesn't matter what you are. It doesn't matter what all these other people say. Stop listening to these clowns. These people don't even know you. You got greatness inside of you, right? Take care.